Hulk smells something. Something virtual. Puny subscribers and followers.
How's it going to all my YouTubers and Instagrammers? Welcome to the next video on Sterling on Cinemas. That's Cinemas with an S. In today's episode for Marvel Mondays, I'll be giving you my review on Hulk. I hope you liked my improv introduction back there. So, before I begin, if you are new to this video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, or if you're new to this playlist, per se, you can leave a comment on the section below. And most importantly, watch. Because if you don't watch, you'll make me angry. And you don't like me when I'm angry. Same if you're on Instagram. Don't forget to follow me if you're new to this IGTV series, or like or share with your friends and family. And leave a comment on the section below. Just don't tell the military. Let's get to it. So, Hulk from 2003 sees Eric Bana star as the scientist Bruce Banner, whose inner demons transform him in the aftermath of a catastrophic experiment with the gamma energy. Jennifer Connelly portrays Betty Ross, whose scientific genius unwittingly helps unleash the Hulk and to keep Bruce protected from the very forces that want it. However, Banner's father, David Banner, passes on a tragic legacy to his son that helps justify how the disease came to be. With General Ross aware of Banner's family history, he will do anything he can to put an end to the Hulk. So, here's my take on the story. Just like most of my reviews on this playlist for Marvel, I just want to start off by diving into the origin story. Now, if you're a huge Marvel fan, you already know the Hulk's origin story by heart, just as well as you know Spider-Man. But in the comics, Bruce Banner, Dr. Bruce Banner, a gamma specialist, was exposed to gamma radiation that is similar to the kind he works on. This incident was the result of a selfless action where he saved a kid named Rick Jones, who would go on to become the A-Bomb, who was pretty much like a blue version of the Hulk. A blue monster-looking creature that was made from gamma rays too. This kid was within the blast radius capacity, so this gamma exposure has given him the ability to morph into the most powerful creature to walk the face of the earth and to ever smash the Hulk. The overall plot point that is presented in the film to help justify the existence of where Hulk comes from is human experimentation done by Bruce's father, David Banner. He passed on whatever disease he was carrying down to Bruce as an effort to save his life. But he also had one of those delusional, unlocking human potential types of mindset. This plot point makes the rest of the story about Banner's condition all the more profound, with it being more of an inherited disease that has become unlocked through the exposure to gamma rays. It's like, make a movie reference real quick. It's like the Hulk was in the sunken place, right? He's been stuck in the sunken place since this disease has become inside of him. And now with gamma rays being exposed to Banner's body, it has helped. This disease has helped to manifest itself into the Hulk. Now, like I said, this is more of a justifiable aspect here rather than just some random scientist who became a monster as a result. I also want to acknowledge how genius some of the shots were in this film, making it reminiscent of a comic book, with multi-panel shots or the same shot from different angles in different frames at the same time. Now, the characters. I'll probably say, I don't know if he's the only one, but the Hulk is the only Marvel character to get rebooted, the only other Marvel character to get rebooted twice. Just like all the three actors that played Spider-Man, the actors who gave us their take on the Angry Avenger has each been great. I love all three of these Hulks. I mean, sure, there's at least one thing to love about each of these Hulks. Like Eric Bana's Hulk is bigger and has a more brighter skin tone. Edward Norton's Hulk is more lean and more destructive. in a strategic way, and the Hulk is pretty much a savage in every sense of the word. Now, when Edward Norton would give us the Incredible Hulk 5 years after this, his Bruce Banner was more of a guy trying to survive from the military that is after him. And he's just, he constantly moves from one location to another every time he hulks out. And Mark Ruffalo established his Banner as somebody who is running from his past but is still moving forward to help other people, but soon embraces the other half of this so-called disease. Eric Bana's Hulk, Bruce Banner, because I will say each of the Bruce Banners are different. So let's talk about Eric Bana's Bruce Banner. This one is somebody who is conflicted and does not realize it until his father directly tells him what he did to him when he was young. This revelation that combined with the gamma exposure truly allows for his inner temper to finally unleash itself. Jennifer Connelly's Betty Ross is just as much of a scientist than she is a love interest for Bruce Banner, unlike Liv Tyler's take in The Incredible Hulk in 2008. Everybody's familiar with the character of General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross. I even mentioned him in last week's video on X2, X-Men United. He has appeared throughout the MCU, played by William Hurt. Now, don't get it twisted. I know I'm mentioning the MCU, but this version of the Hulk is not connected to the Marvel Cinematic Universe in any way. I'm talking to the ones who can't tell the difference. If you can't tell the difference, good. But this version of General Ross, I have always forgot how intense and direct Sam Elliott's take is. This version of General Ross is somebody who has hated Banner, the Banner family name, ever since David Banner's refusal of giving up human trials in his research and experimenting, and understands that Bruce is working in that same arena. But now that he sees the Hulk as a result of any work-related work of Bruce Banner, he threatens to do him just like he do his father, to put him away for the rest of his natural life. And speaking of David Banner, Nick Nolte brings a whole lot of obsession and delusion to his role as the father, who also becomes the Absorbing Man. Now, the Absorbing Man is a Hulk villain, but he is, in the comics, the Absorbing Man is not David Banner, but he is a former boxer, Carl Crusher Creel. I don't know if he was in any of the Netflix shows like Jessica Jones, Punisher, Daredevil, or Iron Fist. If he was in any of the shows, you can correct me in the comment section below. But this was cool to include, but it felt kind of whack, because I'm not saying it was whack because it was last minute. I guess it was just how he got his powers. I don't know if he got his powers of absorption in the comics by gamma exposure, but I think having to replicate the same accident that happened with his son onto himself was kind of one of the weirdest ways to go about it. Rotten Tomatoes gives Hulk a 62% score. Don't worry. Still fresh. The first cinematic take on Marvel's Green Goliath is more of a profound, tragic story than it is epic. But the action we do get is small, but it's satisfying. The characters each do a good job in their own right, with the director, Ang Lee, giving an incredible motion capture performance as the Hulk himself, no pun intended. So for that, I will give this movie 8.2 SOs out of 10. So that is my review on Hulk. You can let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below. I know a lot of people love Mark Ruffalo's Hulk, but if there's anybody who likes Eric Bana's Hulk, let me know in the comment section below. Because like I said, I liked how, even though he can't be that tall in the comics, and he's definitely not tall in most of the movies and throughout Marvel's mythology, but it was just devastating to see how, one thing they got right, by the way, is like the angrier he gets, we're told the angrier the Hulk gets, the stronger he becomes. But in this movie, it's like the angrier he becomes, the taller he becomes, thus the stronger he becomes. That's something that the other movies have done, like the angrier he gets, the more fierce and more dangerous those Hulks become. But I think that's one little thing they get right here, and that's what I love. So that is the end of my review. You can let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys next time with my next video. Good night.